Yo, what's up everyone? So this is a best of 5 tournament match. First person to win 3 matches advances in the tournament. Big shout out to Stonehenge, he's hosting this tournament. I've been in a few of his tournaments before, but this is the first time I'm uploading a match because it was a really close match and it was pretty fun. So I think it will be pretty fun to watch. My opponent here is no stranger to me. It's Biwi, and me and Biwi, we play a lot of matches against each other. We always match in the Gladiator circuit because we're both Celestial players, and that's only the top 100 players. So we match each other pretty often. So we know each other pretty well. He knows who my go-to champs are, and I know who his go-to champs are. So it's a really interesting match. My bans here was Serpent. I always ban Serpent if they're awakened. I hate fighting this guy. I think he's the most unfair BS defender ever made, and I think he needs a nerf. So that is why I banned the big rank 3 Serpent. My other two bans, Mantis, because his Mantis is rank 3. I don't normally ban rank 2 Mantises, but rank 3 Mantises can pretty much one-shot anything with an SB2. And that's his main counter to Photon. So I thought banning his Mantis would let my Photon shine a bit more and, protect most of my defenders from getting nuked by a single SB2. And the last ban is Hulk because he's pretty fast and he's really safe to use in most matches. He has that incredible stun lock. So I just figured I'd ban him because it's really hard to make a mistake when you're using OG Hulk. He's such a safe champion to use. He can pretty much get you guaranteed wins. So I thought he was a worthy ban. First match here, I noticed he didn't have a great counter to my Weapon X. So I know at the very least my Weapon X is at least going to stall him out whilst I do this Domino fight. And I choose Red Skull versus Domino. A lot of you probably don't think Red Skull would work for Domino. I didn't think Red Skull would work for Domino this meta because energy based debuffs don't work this meta. Shock is a energy based debuff, but luckily Red Skull has some good damage off his SB1, some nice burst damage, and yeah, through the basic attacks and SB1 spamming and the power drain damage off your parries, I was able to get this Domino down in a pretty reasonable time considering there's not many good Domino counters this meta because Nimrod, Guardian, they all don't work because they rely on energy based damage over time. So yeah, there's really not too many good Domino counters this meta, but Red Skull is one of them. If he's rank 3 at least, I'm not sure how fast a 6-star Red Skull would be. But yeah, 7-star rank 3 Red Skull, 67 seconds, 100% finish. Not bad for a rank 3 Domino. That's about as good as you're going to get for this meta. And my Weapon X cooked there. Did really well on defense. What I'm guessing happened is because Weapon X's AI is a bit wonky now, sometimes he will just walk up to you and light intercept you in berserk mode instead of playing into your intercepts. So I'm guessing he probably got light intercepted there, which is nice for me. Really nice of Weapon X to get me that W. I would have won anyway on time, I think. But yeah, we placed the rank 3 Onslaught here because this is kind of a throw round. I know he has Titania for my Onslaught, and Titania is going to nuke that. He could also use Superior Iron Man, but he needs Superior Iron Man for my Domino. And I know if I save my Sasquatch for attack in the last round, I can just put Domino on defense and she will at the very least do some unavoidable damage. And anything he can place, I will finish 100% health with Sasquatch and pretty fast. So that was my plan here. This is a throw round and you're about to see how good of a defender does this at rank 3 because the story of this tournament match is me getting bullied by Dust. Now, I really don't have a problem fighting Dust normally. Normally, I use Shocker for it, and even rank 3 Dusts, my unduped rank 2 Shocker can do them in like 40 to 50 seconds. Starkey nukes her, Fam nukes her, I really like Hercules for her as well. But I kept getting Dust trapped. Every time he drafted Dust, I just didn't get a good counter for her. So you're going to see a few fights where Dust bullies me. Alright, so we're going for the SB3 with Titania here, and I'm sure most of you know, after the SB3 with Titania, pretty much anything is going to die, but I do my rotation here, and she isn't even halfway down, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is happening here? She is so tanky. The reason we wasn't able to kill her there is because she was actually glancing my heavy attacks, so I was doing no damage. We still got good damage off the basic attacks, and I'm sure this would have killed a rank 2 dust, or at least came very close to it. But yeah, this didn't even come close to killing the rank 3 dust. This just shows how good of a defender she is, and I'm just getting hit in the face here. I already know I've lost this match, so I don't really care. I just want to get out of this fight as fast as possible because I know I have the last round in the bag. But yeah, this is really making me contemplate rank 3 dust. Not only would she be a great defender for me in Battlegrounds, there's not really many videos on her on attack. I haven't seen many videos on her at all. So she could be a really cool rank 3 to show some gameplay of. And she would serve me well on Battlegrounds defense. So honestly, I might do Dust to rank 3 next. But ideally, I need to do a Science or Cosmic Champion before I do any other class. Because I have like 3 Tech rank 3s, 3... Oh wait, no, I have 4 Mystic rank 3s, but I have no Science or Cosmics at rank 3s, which, you know, class variety, it isn't that important, but it's nice. I would like to get a champion in each class at rank 3, at the very least one champion from each class at rank 3. So yeah, he places Wolf here, and we're going to use the rank 3 Sasquatch, and this fight, it's going to depend on crit RNG because Sasquatch is a very RNG champion. It's RNG when you place your ruptures unless you're in Wrath. It's RNG when you go into Wrath and when you drop your SB2. It's all RNG. If you crit, you're going to do massive damage. If you don't crit, it's going to be very, very mid. Wolf can be a pretty annoying defender. He's not the trickiest to fight ability wise, but his AI is so dodgy, man. Like sometimes he'll just stand in the middle of the map trying to howl, and then when you dash in, he'll intercept you. His AI can go crazy, but yeah, I push him to SB3 there on purpose. Not a lot of people know this about Sasquatch, but when you use a special attack in Wrath, if your opponent is at SB3, you will actually power drain them. And that is the secret to Sasquatch on attack. When you're in Wrath, you can be really, really aggressive, not worrying about pushing your opponents to SB3, because you can just power drain them with your special attacks if you do push them to an SB3. And Superior Ironman, in theory, should be a good counter to Domino because his buffs are not affected by ability accuracy. So Domino is not going to fail any of that stuff, but she can still fail your armor break off the SB2, and if she fails your armor break, you're going to do not much damage at all, and she still will do some BS crit fail damage to you, even though your buffs are immune to ability accuracy reduction, because nothing else of Superior Iron Man is immune to that. So yeah, he's a better option than most champions for Domino, but he's still not a hard counter to Domino like Red Skull or Guardian. Well, Guardian isn't even a hard counter because Domino can actually fail Guardian's shock. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Superior Iron Man, he's a good counter to Domino, but he's not the best counter. I'm sticking with the 3 bans that I had here, and I draft that Shocker. I draft that Shocker in case he drafts his Dust, or in case he drafts his Domino, because he actually banned my 2 best Domino counters. He banned my Red Skull after he saw the first match, and he bans my Howard the Duck, which, you know, I hate playing Howard the Duck. I find his playstyle very annoying, and I'm just not good at mashing the screen to get the most amount of Furies. The reason I rank 2'd him was actually because of Ghost, if you remember him. He's retired now, which is very unfortunate. I'm hoping to bring him back one day, but yeah, he was the best Howard the Duck player in the game. He would do silly matches like Nick Fury in 50 seconds, Killmonger in 50 seconds, Domino in like 30 seconds with Howard. It was kind of ridiculous what Ghost was doing with the Duck. So that's why I ended up rank 2 in him. And I kind of regret it because I hate playing him and I'm arsed at playing him. But at least he's one of the best Domino counters this season. And Biwi actually got his Domino on the last draft, which I'm not too worried about at the moment because I have Shocker for her. And I'll get to that when we get to it. But right here, Titania versus Atuma, both rank 2. This is actually another match Ghost showed me how to do back in the day. When 7 stars first came out, Titania was one of the first 7 stars, and believe it or not, people did not know Titania was a good champion. And when I pulled Titania as one of my first 7 stars, I was really disappointed. I thought she was bad. I think my first 3 7 stars, it was Ironman Infinity War, who I also didn't realise was as good as he was going to be. Second one was Titania, and I can't remember my third one, but I know I opened 3 7-star crystals when 7 stars first came out, and 2 of them was the Iron Goat and Titania, 2 champions that are much better than I first thought they were when I first pulled them. So yeah, I was thinking Titania is bad, but then Ghost will show me all kinds of crazy Battlegrounds matches with her. Mangog was a really tough defender back then, and he was showing me Titania doing Mangog in 40-50 seconds. He was showing me Titania doing Atuma, and Atuma, he's still one of the best defenders in game, but back then there was hardly any counters to him. Pretty much whenever you placed Atuma, you were guaranteed to win the round. But then Ghost came out of nowhere showing me 90% finishes on Atuma fights with Titania, which was, yeah, it was crazy to see. It really proved to me how good of a champ Titania is. I really need to rank 3 her. It's just so many people have her at rank 3. She's a bit of a boring option. That's the only reason I haven't rank 3'd her. But yeah, massive shout out to Ghost. He showed me so much about the game, and that's one of them. Titania being one of the best counters for Atuma is crazy, really. But yeah, we got this Shocker versus Domino fight here, and the thing with this fight is Shocker can actually counter Domino and finish the fight at 100% health, but you can't hit her with your medium attacks, because if you hit her with your medium attacks, you will get crit fail damage. There's nothing to fail on Shocker's light attacks though, so if you only do light attacks and don't parry, then Shocker's a pretty good counter for Domino. You can finish 100% health, but this is not an easy thing to do because you have to counter Domino's medium attacks with your light attacks. And yeah, as you can see, I messed it up there and she hit me with a combo, stunned me into an SB1, which is pretty unfortunate because I definitely could have won this round. And if I won this round, I would have been 2 wins up on Biwi, which would be massive going into the next round. But unfortunately, we messed up the timing. We got hit. Our heavy attack didn't quite kill Domino there, and that's because I left 3 charges. I released my heavy too early, but it's really not that deep because I already knew I lost the match at this point anyway because I got hit like a big noob. But if I'm going to get beat by any champ, I don't mind getting beat by Nova. He's the GOAT. I'm not running my Nova at the moment because mine is stuck as a 6-star, so I have better champs to run at the moment. But when I dupe my 7-star, he goes straight to rank 3 and he will permanently be in my deck. Nova's going to be the GOAT for next season as well, because next season's meta is probably going to be crit me with your best shot, and Nova takes 75% reduced damage from guaranteed critical hits, so he's going to be a beast on defense, and he's going to go crazy on attack with the guaranteed crits. But you're not going to want to use Nova on attack too much because he'll be so good on defense. But yeah, I have to play Cersei here. I know Wolf is going to destroy that Cersei, but it was either that or place my own Sassy, which he could Titania in about 50 seconds. I choose to play Cersei because I think it's more likely he will mess up to Cersei than he will to Sassy. But yeah, realistically, either way here, I'm cooked. And I'm going to go for the SB1 first in this matchup just to get that slow on Sasquatch, so when he gets into Wrath, I can heavy counter his specials to keep the trauma up. And this is actually the wrong move, because I do this matchup later on in the video and I just go straight to SB2, and that was definitely faster. So yeah, in this match, definitely don't bother going for the SB1. It's just a big waste of time. I mean, unless you want to make the fight easier, because the slope does make the fight easier when Sasquatch goes into Wrath, of course. But yeah, if you're just looking for speed, go straight for the SB2 with Red Guardian. The one thing that really annoys me about Red Guardian is he's really crit reliant. If you crit, he's one of the fastest champs in game, but if you don't crit, he's hella mid. And I was trying to use him a couple metas ago. This was the meta where you gain extra attack rating on your special attacks based on your opponent's power. And I swear to God right now, every time I tried to use Red Guardian, he wouldn't crit on his SB2 and he'd cost me the match. It was so annoying. It made me hate Red Guardian, but I've used him a couple times since. I've had much better crit RNG. So yeah, that's why he's in the deck right now. He's a pretty good champ. He's just crit reliant, but he does crit most of the time. That was just hella unlucky in that meta where I couldn't get any crits. Picking up this Sasquatch here, mostly for attack. I don't think I placed my rank 3 Sasquatch on defense once because, you know, the science class is so OP. They just nuke Sasquatch insanely fast, but luckily he's a very strong and pretty versatile attacker, and that's why I always love to draft Sasquatch, and that's why he's pretty much a auto draft for me. Even if he's not good on defense because your opponent has a shit ton of science champs, he's going to cook on offense for you. But even if you have to place him against science defenders, he will stall better than any other Mystic champion. Like, no fights are going to be under 50 seconds against a rank 3 Sasquatch, unless you're using crossbones and get insane RNG. But yeah, most of the time, Sasquatch stalls for at the very least like 50 seconds. And he's a great attacker. So he's one of the best draft picks in the game, in my opinion. He's always a safe option to draft. But yeah, he places his rank 3 Sasquatch. I'm going to use White Tiger for this. Everyone knows White Tiger is one of my favourite champions in the entire game. I love this champion. I think she's really underrated. Her damage is insane. Her power control is insane. And you can see I was lagging a bit in this match, which was pretty annoying. I had to restart after this match. But luckily, it didn't cost us the match. So can't complain too much at the lag. We ramped up with 2 SB1s here. And now we're going to go for those massive SB2s. And the really nice thing about White Tiger in this fight is if you get the SB2 bleed up on Sasquatch when Sasquatch goes below 30% health, I believe it is, you will steal all of Sasquatch's regen. So you can get hit in the face in this match and it doesn't even matter because you'll just regen all the damage back. Really great and safe counter for Sasquatch. Yeah, this fight can be done in like 40 to 50 seconds with perfect AI. But we didn't get the perfect AI there. The AI was actually pretty passive. So 63 seconds, still a incredible time for a rank 3 Sasquatch with passive AI. And looking at my draft, I know I can definitely win this now. I just have to bait out his Titania in the second round, and then I can go for the win in the third round. So I'm going to place my Atuma here because I know he has to use Titania for that, because if he uses Onslaught, he has no one for defense in the last round. So yeah, I felt pretty confident. I'm going to use my Onslaught here. If you're wondering why I drafted Longshot, it was actually in case he got Domino, because Longshot can counter Domino. He has 300% ability accuracy. A lot of people probably think he won't work this meta because of the node. His Incinerates will do no damage. But Longshot's SB1 is bleed damage, and that can still nuke Domino down. You can easily do rank 3 Dominos with rank 3 Longshots in around a minute just spamming SB1s. So that's why I drafted Longshot. He's not going to be too good on defense because BW has a ton of OP science champs. But he was just there in case he drafted Domino. I needed a Domino counter since he banned my Red Skull and Howard the Duck in the previous round. But yeah, we're fighting this rank 3 Dust again, and I didn't get a great counter to her. This is a throw round. Now, you might think Onslaught, he should be fine against Dust, right? Well, not really, because the way you need to play Onslaught is you need to land your heavy attacks, whilst your opponent is not stunned. So, you need to land heavy counters, right? You can't really heavy counter Dust's special attacks, and you can't heavy counter her heavy very easily, at least. So, there was no way to keep my Neuroshocks and Degens paused. And she sidestepped me there, bro. She literally sidestepped me. She dashed back and hit me with a combo out of nowhere, man. That was so silly, but it's fine because I knew I was going to lose this match anyway. We actually did get a counter on her heavy attack there, but I tried it earlier in the match and it failed, so I'm pretty sure that's just kind of RNG. But yeah, Onslaught, he's really not great for Dust. He can definitely get the fight down, but you need good AI, you need good RNG with the heavy counters in this match, and we just did not get that good RNG or good AI, so we're going to time out here. Going to land my SB2 for the last bit of damage, and a single SB2 from Onslaught will kill most champions, but Dust is really tanky and it only takes off about half a health. But yeah, of course we lost that match, and we would have lost that match if we went with Sasquatch on attack as well. That's why I'm saving him for the last round, because I need to save my Sasquatch for Onslaught. I guess you can Onslaught, but that's not an easy match due to the crush debuff what Onslaught puts on you. That basically makes him unblockable, and you want a heavy counter with Onslaught, so that's just not a good mix. Onslaught versus Onslaught, definitely not the easiest matchup. I'd much prefer to use Sasquatch, and that is why I saved him for the last round. He's going to try Superior Ironman versus Domino again, and you know, I'm pretty confident that I've won this match, but I was getting a bit worried because I loaded into this match a whole 12 seconds late. So when I finished this match, it should have been 12 seconds faster. It's really ridiculous, man. Like, since the last update, my game has been so laggy, like worse lag than I've ever experienced before. My load times, sometimes they're fine, sometimes I'll load into matches at 1 minute 55, which is the time I normally load into matches, but sometimes I load in like 10-15 seconds late, and that can easily cost you matches, man. It's very annoying. Onslaught threw his SB2 there. Didn't really want him to do that because this fight could have been even quicker if he didn't throw that SB2, but it's fine. Gonna get to my last SB2 here. That would have killed him, crit or no crit, and yeah, we win this round under a minute fight. That should have been 12 seconds faster, though. In reality, that was like a 47-second Onslaught fight. Happy with that. Knew that would win me the match. So now we're up, right? We're at game point, I think they call it. I'm at 2 wins. If I win one more game, I'll advance in the tournament. Biwi's at 1 win, so he has to win 2 more games to advance in the tournament. I first draft Nick in this match because I didn't ban his Hulk. I changed my ban to his Dust because his Dust was really causing me problems. That was what I was really fearing would make me lose the entire match. So I banned Dust, and of course I get my Shocker when I ban the Dust. I don't pick him up though because he banned my Domino. He must have got sick of dealing with my Domino. I'm sick of dealing with his Dust. So we both changed up our bans a bit. But now, this kind of makes my Shocker completely useless. Shocker can work for other champions, but the main reason he's in my deck against Biwi is to counter that Dust, because even though my Shocker is only rank 2 and unduped, he can still do rank 3 Dusts in 40 to 50 seconds, which is faster than most champions. Starkey can do it in a similar time. Fam can do it in around 60 seconds, but Shocker is definitely the fastest counter to Dust. Well, I guess Sunspot is, but Sunspot doesn't work this meta because of the node. Your opponent has a ton of energy resistance, so you don't want to be using Sunspot. Shocker is definitely the best counter for Dust in this meta, and unfortunately, Biwi drafted Iceman as his last pick, and I do not have a good counter for Iceman. Titania is like fine, for him. She does avoid some of the cold snap damage with her haymaker, but it's not enough, and I know he's going to do that Onslaught fight 100% health in under a minute. So yeah, I expect to lose this match. We got really passive AI in this Iceman fight as well, so it wasn't the fastest of fights, but no matter what I did in this match, I would have lost. So I'm not taking this too seriously. Iceman finally throws his special attack. I'm not too worried about getting my SB3 off with my haymaker because Iceman isn't the tankiest of champs, so I really don't need to double up my debuffs. A single SB3 on its own will pretty much kill this guy. If you're not a Titania user, the reason Iceman isn't throwing his special 3 here is because of that Intimidate. But sometimes the Intimidate doesn't work. In recent matches when I've tried to use Titania, after I use my SB3, my opponent will just SB3 me, which is like fine because you're indestructible, so you're not going to take any damage. But it's really annoying because it does slow the match down a lot. I wish Kabam would fix the Intimidate because half the time I try using Titania, they'll just throw their special attack after I use my special 3, and it's really annoying. You can say, you know, don't push your opponent to a special 3 before you use your SB3, but that just slows the match down, man. Like, it makes your matches much slower, and the Intimidate is supposed to make the opponent not throw special attacks, so it's a silly argument really. Kabam should really fix that Intimidate. I've got Red Skull and Nick left for defense. I really needed to win that first round, and I was confident I was going to until his last draft pick was a Iceman. So yeah, now it's kind of over. The reason I placed Red Skull over Nick is because I know he's going to do that Red Skull pretty fast, so I'm trying to do this Sasquatch even faster than him. There's no point in placing Nick this round because if I win this round by placing Nick, I'm just going to lose the next round by placing Red Skull. So I place Red Skull now to get it out the way, because if I win this round, I'm pretty much guaranteed to win the next round. Unfortunately, we get parried off the SB1. It's not a big deal though, because like I said before, White Tiger can steal Sasquatch's regen, but it's really annoying. Definitely slows the matches down, and I'm really trying to rush in this match. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but the AI was not playing with me today. It was playing no games. I tried to go for an intercept there, but we get hit with an SB1, and at this point I already know I've lost the match. I needed to rush. I needed to get that fight down fast, and yeah, he did that in 47 seconds. We can technically beat that with White Tiger if we get the perfect Sasquatch AI, but obviously we didn't. I think if he didn't get that sneaky Iceman pick as his last draft, that game would have been a win for me. But unfortunately, he got that sneaky Iceman, and that's what clutched out the W for him. Not much we could have done there. So this is the last match. Whoever wins this game advances in the tournament. We're both at 2 wins each, and the pressure's on now. I stick with the same 3 bans that I did last match. He goes with a Weapon X ban, which is really smart because he's a really good stall on defense, and he has wonky AI, so he can easily catch you with a light intercept. And he's a really strong attacker. Weapon X is so good for Battlegrounds. Honestly, when I rank 3'd him, I mostly did it for fun. I was not aware of how strong he really was for Battlegrounds. He's a top defender, really fast attacker as well. He's not the most versatile attacker because he does kind of rely on his bleeds, but any champion that can bleed, Weapon X nukes them. Really good dual use champ for Battlegrounds. I'm really happy that I have him, and it's really unfortunate that he's a pay to win champ because he's honestly really great. He's really well designed. I love my Weapon X, and he also banned Juggernaut, who works this meta, and any meta where Juggernaut works, he's the most broken attacker in game. And Domino, who is just a bully on defense this meta, not many good counters to her. But yeah, I just want to say, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know because I'll be in another tournament soon. I think it's called the Toxic Grounds tournament, hosted by Captain Judah. I was in the last one, but I didn't record any of my matches, so I didn't make any videos. But if you enjoy this, if you want to see more tournament content, I can definitely get that out to you, because I'm in tournaments all the time. I can definitely post a lot more tournament content. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this and I'll get to it. But we're fighting this Atuma here, and Biwi's Atuma is only rank 2. My Atuma is rank 3, one of the best defenders in game. Unfortunately, I did not get to draft him much in this entire series of matches. As soon as I see my rank 3 Atuma, he's pretty much a auto draft, and you can see the exact reason why here. I make no mistakes in this match. I play this perfectly, and I lose 30 whole percent of my health to this guy. Completely unavoidable. There was nothing I could have done to avoid that damage. I should have had Nova in my deck, and he would have nuked that Atuma 100% health. But unfortunately, I didn't get Nova. We have to use Hulkling, and I got about as unlucky as you can possibly get. I was pretty much triggering Thorns on every single hit, which it's not normally that bad. Hulkling versus Atuma you can normally do in around 85 to 90% health, but I just got extremely unlucky and triggered Thorns on pretty much every single hit. That pretty much threw the match for me, and yeah, he did Titania versus Korg match well, so not much I could have done there. I placed my Iron Goat here, and I'm cooked on the draft. He has counters to anyone I place, and those counters are very fast, so I pretty much know I'm cooked here. I'm going to go for Red Guardian versus Sasquatch. I could have gone for Photon, I could have gone for White Tiger, but I'm pretty sure Red Guardian was going to be the fastest with how the AI is right now. With nice AI, White Tiger is a bit faster, but with how the AI is right now, it's pretty passive. I was pretty sure Red Guardian was going to be my fastest option, so that's who I went with. I don't mind Sasquatch throwing SB1s in this match. You normally want to push Sasquatch to SB2 just because it's faster and it's easier to counter. Sometimes when you counter Sasquatch's SB1, you'll get parried if you're not fast enough. But with Red Guardian, I like baiting out the SB1, since whenever you dex with Red Guardian, you'll gain those durability charges, and those durability charges will increase your damage on your SB2, which is pretty nice. I don't know if we're going to see a 7-star Red Guardian anytime soon. The thing with him is that he does really like to have max sig. It increases his damage, and it gives him a lot of extra crit rating, and as I mentioned earlier, critting with Red Guardian is very, very important. So as a 7-star, an unduped 7-star would really not be that strong. A Sig 27-star you might be able to get by with though, especially if he was rank 3. So I'm not sure if we're going to see a 7-star Red Guardian soon, but even if we did, the Ascended 6-star will be better for a very long time. I know a lot of people are asking for a 7-star Red Guardian though. So this is the very last round. Whoever wins this last round advances in the tournament. I choose to place Photon, which looking back on it may have been a mistake. I expected, maybe Photon could trip him up, because Hulk versus Photon, definitely not the most ideal matchup, but I should have placed Thing. I think Thing would have stalled Hulk better. Thing can stall Hulk for at least 60 seconds, so that's the first mistake I made. And what I didn't realise about White Tiger versus Wolf is because Wolf has that reduced combat power rate, we're actually not going to be gaining as much power as we normally do, which of course is going to slow my White Tiger down. So what I should have done is I should have used White Tiger for Sasquatch and saved my Red Guardian for this round, and I should have placed Thing instead of Photon on defense. These are the two things what ended up costing me winning the match. I definitely could have won this, but I made a few mistakes, so I definitely deserve to lose. I wanted to drop my SB2 there, but I was a bit short. We get this fight down under a minute though. Wasn't ideal, but yeah, unfortunately he beats us. GG's to Biwi, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.